Okay, folks, this is Roy Humphreys, the Rolling Heights advocate and editor of the Rolling Heights Gazette and purveyor of all things good and evil. Now, I haven't been up doing a lot of stuff on the YouTube site except for doing the Rolling Unified School District board meeting recordings and their bond oversight committee and a few on their uh, uh, classified, which means hired people to do all kinds of mistakes. They're not teachers, okay? And so, but things are coming to a pinch, and it's straight up. I'm a Trump supporter, accepting him for all his foibles and grossness, roughness around the edges, and more around the edges, so forth, and his lack of social finesse. But that is who he is, what he is, and this country sorely needed somebody to break the death grip that the Democrats have had on, and especially here in the state of California, these fools, and we're going to be getting into that, okay? Because otherwise, the United States of America would be a cesspool similar to what is happening in Europe because of the, here in the state of California especially, with those of the Latino caucus and so forth, and the Gil Cedillos and the other political pundits who are interested in their political thing. Hey, who isn't? I mean, that's their job. It's called money and power. Okay? That's what it's all about. But for the welfare of the United States of America, and you know what's going on in Europe, especially Germany, it's just a quagmire of human sewage. It just makes you want to vomit. And good for the English that are getting the hell out of that quagmire over there. So there's going to be a lot more coming along, but something I'll leave you with in this particular edition, and because David Martinez, the guru of county expiration there, that you all can't handle more than 3 minutes on anything, okay? No matter how, if I had some dancing girls out here scantily clad and so forth, or those Chippendale guys, for the ladies, so keep your attention and so forth. But here it is, the Sheriff's Department of Los Angeles County, and to which we have unincorporated Rolling Heights. We have Janice Hahn, who's supervisor, and Ms. Barger, who's the only one that exhibits any form of common sense on the County Board of Supervisors. And so that's where we are, who we have to deal with in our political, county political realm here with the Sheriff's Department. And the Sheriff's Department should have been, decades ago, when it said, not have a Sheriff's Department for law enforcement and a county correctional department or facility, whatever you want to place it, for corrections, quote, on that. And therefore, the stench of corruption from one doesn't compound the stench of corruption in the other. And this, of course, as of today, Leroy Baca is, of course, they filed a motion that gives an automatic stay on him going to prison because the judge said, hey, baby, show up and throw yourself in prison because that's where you belong with the rest of them, And we're just waiting for him. A new trial. The guy makes it, it makes me want to sick to my stomach. But by the same token, your county board of supervisors, not necessarily the present ones, but they're kind of tainted by the whole thing. We had Don Kanabe and the rest out here have supported financially the Sheriff's Department, knowing, I said they had to know what was going on inside the Sheriff's Department and the jails specifically, and they failed to fund it properly to get the facilities that you need to handle the criminal element within the Los Angeles County. And guess what? I believe that there should be some County Board of Supervisors persons go to jail along with Leroy Baca. They could be old buddies, cellmates, so forth, because they funded this operation. And Don Kanabe, in spite of my repeated requests, still kept Leroy Baca's image on his email header. Oh man, it makes me want to puke, I mean, dedication. God, I can't talk about it anymore. But to the extent that this thing has presumably and assumedly cost the taxpayers in excess of $0.7 billion, okay? Well, that's 700 million, however you want to look at it, and it's continuing to go on, so forth. So, folks, if it weren't for this is just another reason why Rowland Heights needs to become a city. You know what I mean? This morning I got out and said, well, I'm going to get it down to Los Angeles and get some 3 minutes of fame on that, but I couldn't do it. Gee whiz, I'd drive down there to get the parking and the wait and come back. Half the day is gone. Where if we were a city, we just go to City Hall and we can demonstrate out in front of the mayors and all this other stuff and have a real chance to have a real impact on those who, quote, we elect to govern us. Okay, we're just a small part of the country. Now stay tuned, because this is just one in a series of things. The next one coming up is code enforcement in Rowland Heights, unincorporated Los Angeles County, and that 30-year history behind this boondoggle. Okay? And how you've been shortchanged. But don't forget, folks, if you want good, you got to pay the price for good. And you have to hold those who you elect to run things, you got to hold their feet to the fire, because money corrupts. I don't have to say anymore. I mean, if you haven't got the message by now, you never will. Okay? And then we'll get going on the Rowland Unified School District, which is, oh my God, moment there. Okay, 6 minutes, coming up on 7 minutes. Hopefully you'll be able to hang in on this. Bye now.